Welcome back. It's quiet for the market, actually extremely flat. So for the last 40 minutes or so, we haven't done too much at all on the index, just trading along that 0.5% gain. Market breadth closing in a little bit, so keep an eye out on a few sectors like pharmaceuticals. They seem a bit nervous, and a couple of the banks as well are coming off, private and public. So for now, the mid-cap index is up less than 0.5%. Sandeep Bhatia and Raamdeo Agrawal join in to talk about their expectations from the big event, which is only a few hours away now. Gentlemen, morning to both of you. Sandeep, first question to you. How do you think the market will come out of the budget event?
I think market should come out positive. I think market will take a message that growth will be back. Fiscal consolidation is going to come, but it will be gradual and incremental. And the market will basically just hope that we see subdued commodity prices so that some of the sums of the government in the budget hold.
Raamdeo, morning. Do you think it will be a big enough document to spark off a durable rally after what's been a fairly pedestrian year for the stock market so far?
Yeah, I think last 8-9 months post the change of guard at Finance Ministry, we have seen some very encouraging kind of developments. So, and now this is the time when wholesale changes can come. So one is hopeful, little depressed, but still very hopeful that it should be a very refreshing day.
Sandeep, statutory question on ITC and whether you think there's greater taxes coming for that one?
Yeah, I think everyone expects higher taxes on tobacco, especially when the revenue situation is difficult. So I think a double-digit 10 to 12% tax rate is what one should expect going into this budget. We have seen time and again that ITC's product portfolio has the ability to pass on price increases. I think other than fuel prices, probably if there's inelastic demand, it's probably for cigarettes. So we can definitely expect some price hikes to come through.
Raamdeo, what about diesel vehicles? Can one breathe easy now with those diesel price hikes that maybe that part of the threat will not come through, or are you still apprehensive that stocks like M&M might get hit badly today?
No, I think as far as the diesel pricing is concerned, they have they announced their plan. I don't see much change out there. So you know, whatever hit they had to take on that day, they have taken. But you know, even then we were saying that it is a transitory issue, and people who buy SUV, or I don't think the little higher price of diesel is going to change their outlook in the longer run very significantly.
Sandeep, what form and shape will that growth thrust take for infrastructure? I mean, do you expect to hear a lot in terms of creating debt funds, some kind of increased tax exemption, or do you think there will be specific projects or specific outlays for projects that will be outlined?
I would think that the real thrust to infrastructure will be if markets remain buoyant and if some of the stretched balance sheets of the big corporates in the sector start getting resolved. There's a limited amount that government spending can trigger incrementally. What needs to be done is some of the large clearance, some of the important clearances for mining and etc. come through, which are stuck for the private sector. So I don't expect I don't expect big outlays. This is not a budget where spending will take a big hike. So I would be wary of such expectation. I think it's the daily job of government where infrastructure is given a priority and some of these bottlenecks are removed, which in addition to the fact that markets remain buoyant and the stretched balance sheets get resolved, that will help the infrastructure sector rather than any one single government action or hike in budget outlays.
Raamdeo, are there chances that there will be some cut to the STT or the imposition of a CTT that people have been talking about?
Yeah, that's the fear going on about CTT. I mean, I think there will be a lot of relief rally if it is not there in the budget. But I think Finance Minister is going to grapple with the weak rupee or external sector imbalance which is there. I think that's going to be the thrust of budget, and we'll see. I don't know what all proposals are going to come, but we'll see effective proposals which will tackle this particular, at least they will try to tackle this particular problem.
Sandeep, this time round we haven't seen such a big move on some of the sectors like fertilizer, which we usually see, but there's talk that he may actually raise urea prices significantly, do something to completely wipe that off his subsidy bill. Would you watch out for something like that, or unlikely, you think?
I'm not going to bet on that happening. I don't think the DNA of the Congress allows any such dramatic move which can hit the perceived interests of the small farmer. So I'm not betting on that. If that happens, that's a very big proactive move, which none of the governments for a long time have been able to tackle. So let's wait and see if anything happens, but I'm not betting on that.
Homi Ranina and Dinesh Kanabar have also joined in to talk about some of these tax possibilities that we've been discussing. Mr. Ranina, morning.